Hey all, it's Pasta coming at you with the Season 5 NAGA Award Ceremony. Always love putting this on for you all. Such a great tradition we have in the league, and glad to bring it to you once again. For those of you whose first off-season this is a yearly tradition that we do before the draft usually, to give some players who have performed well some certain boosts. We'll get into those boosts in a little bit, but we do have positional awards for each conference at quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, D-line, linebacker, defensive back, safety, kicker, and punter. We also have offensive and defensive player of the year, offensive and defensive rookie of the year, coach of the year, which is a league-wide award, and then, of course, the league MVP at the end. So we'll go over the boosts for the winners here right now. So all positional award winners will receive +1 to all stats and a development trait increase. All player of the year or rookie of the year award winners will get +2 stats and a development trait increase. And league MVP will get +3 and development trait increase. Now, if you have a positional award winner also win a player of the year, rookie of the year, and or league MVP, you can stack the stat boosts, but not the dev trait boosts. So you can't upgrade your dev trait more than one level in a single offseason. So that is something that is important to note. So you can't go, say, from star all the way to elite, for example, in one offseason. It has to be separate offseasons. Also, for the positional stat leaderboards, we'll go into those. We measure certain statistics and the top 10 players in those statistics. So QB, it's the top 10 pass yards. Running back, it's the top 10 rush yards. Receiver, tight end, it's top 10 receiving yards. Defensive line, it's sacks or TFL. We do top 5 in each. Linebackers are tackles, and defensive backs is defended passes. And if you're first place in any of these categories, you get a 100% chance. So the league leader, in other words, gets an instant dev trait increase. 75% if you are second place, 50% for third, 40% for fourth, 30% for fifth, 25% for sixth, and down 5% all the way till 10th. So 20, 15, 10, and 5% chance of a dev trait increase for 10th place. And this is including ties. So if you have 3 players tied for 10th, they will all get a 5% chance at the increase of development trait. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, now that is all squared away, we will get into the winners of the awards. First up with the GFC. Had a lot of great quarterbacks here. Players that received votes include Isaiah Stokes from Sacramento, Graham Hull from Brooklyn, Hudson Lowry from Omaha, and Mark Jetton from Reno. And the winner of the GFC Quarterback of the Year award with 6 out of 14 votes goes to Mark Jetton of the Reno Raptors. Congratulations to Mark Jetton, who will get a big boost, upgrade his dev trait to superstar, and will continue having great success in the NAGA League as he put on quite a performance this season. 110 rating, 24 TDs to just 4 picks. Amazing season from the Reno QB, and to do that with an expansion team is quite crazy, and definitely raising some eyebrows here because they do have elite dev rookie going into a second year, the first round pick Quentin Davenport as well. So I wonder what will happen with him for Reno. Interesting to see that there. Anyway, we will move on to the running back of the year award. This one wasn't really close, to be honest. Your nominees for this one are Omaha's Amani Garrison, Virginia Beach's Kaimani Moore, and Iowa's Romello Briggs. And with an overwhelming 12 out of 14 votes, the winner of the running back of the year for the GFC is Kaimani Moore of the Virginia Beach Mariners. Congratulations to Kaimani Moore. An insane young running back who already has elite dev, so he doesn't get the dev trait, but he does get an insane boost to stats if they weren't already capped. So that is quite the award for him. We'll move on to GFC Receiver of the Year. This one was not as close. We've got votes for JoJo Stevens of Omaha, Samuel Clemens of Brooklyn. We got Kenny Knight from Fresno, Jacory Rowland from Richmond, Eugene Alexander from Wichita, and Rashawn Holloway from Omaha. And the winner with 6 out of 14 votes goes to Samuel Clemens from Brooklyn. The veteran receiver had a great year with Graham Hall throwing on the ball. He is 33, does keep his elite development, but does get +1 to all stats. So he now has 94 speed, but with regression that may change. So This is a good regression fighter for Samuel Clemens, that's for sure. We'll move on to tight end of the year. For the GFC, we've got votes for Blake Whitman of Richmond, Malcolm Bowman for Sacramento, Ethan Harrelson for Tucson, Jacob Lopnow for Delaware, Jimmy Burrows for Iowa, and Carson Draper from Reno. And the winner, with, again, 6 out of the 14 votes, congratulations to Jacob Lopnow from Delaware. Great tight end with Daniel Shaver, his quarterback. Definitely used a lot. He will only have 1 year, however, of star development, because he will be going into his age 31 season. But at least he gets that star dev. Maybe he can get that speed upgraded. He's at 66 right now. He will go to 67 after this upgrade, but definitely a useful award win for Lopnow. It is an 82 overall as of this recording. So we'll move on to Defensive Lineman of the Year, and this one was another not close one. We have votes for Rashad Elam of Minnesota, Darrell Robinson of Albuquerque, Antoine Narcisse of Albuquerque, and Colin Thompson of Fresno. And the winner here with 10 out of the 14 votes is Rashad Elam from Minnesota. Congrats to the youngster defensive end. Again, one of those guys already with elite development. He is a 90 overall, but this +1 boost will do him well. He will boost to 98 pass rush. I believe that ties Christian Grant for the league lead in that attribute. So big congrats, and Rashad Elam is going to have a tremendous career. I just know it. Linebacker of the Year is next. Got some great talent here. We have Iowa's Trevon Hobson, Minnesota's Thaddeus Benson, Wichita's Justin Snowden, the rookie gets a vote, and Sacramento's Samuel Collins. And with the most votes, the 6 out of 14 votes goes to Samuel Collins. Congratulations to Sacramento and Samuel Collins for winning the Linebacker of the Year award. Collins, already an elite dev. He is just 24, though, so this is a great award for him to win. He is going to enter his 4th year in the league next year. He was a 3rd-round pick in Season 3, so he has just developed so well since he came into the league as a rookie. And big congrats to him. Vast has done a tremendous job with him, and he continues to do so with taking home the Linebacker of the Year award. We're moving on to GFC Corner of the Year, and this one was close to the very end. We've got votes for Jordan Buford Jr. of Minnesota, Corey Jeffries from Tucson, Michael Harris from Mesa, Tyrus Lane from Tucson, Keenan Quarles from Mesa, Justin Lamar from Virginia Beach, Dante Burks from San Diego. That's a lot of votes for a lot of different players, but the winner, with only 4 of the 14 votes, but this was the most, was Michael Harris of Mesa. And even if he didn't win, his teammate would have won it, Keenan Quarles, because he was in 2nd place with just 3 votes. So congratulations to Michael Harris, and a team that needed a boost at that position gets one. Michael Harris, going into his age 29 year, will get elite development. And that is big for the 85 overall corner. Remember, they also picked up Amari Lawson in free agency as well. So if they can upgrade Lawson, they also have Quarles, who was only 26 in star dev. Watch out for Mesa's secondary, dude. That is going to be a crazy secondary to watch. They also have upcoming second-year player star dev Alex Harper as well. So, yeah, that'll be something to watch next year from the Mesa Venom. Moving on to the safety of the year, we've got Iowa's Alex Benoit. We have Virginia Beach's Julius Kelsey, Richmond's Jalen Madison, Adrian Atkins from Minnesota, Sacramento's Terrell Stanton, and Tucson's Raymond Brooks. And the winner with exactly half of the votes, 7 out of 14, is Alex Benoit from the Iowa Storm. Tremendous award, tremendous player, really. Benoit, just 24 years of age. He also will get elite development. Much needed for him. Wouldn't be surprised, actually, if he makes the move to corner with such skill. They do have an ongoing need for corner, especially considering Kevon Gates is 29, and Josiah Keys will actually lose his star dev, becoming 32. So wonder if Benoit to corner is the move. Maybe they draft another defensive back there in Iowa. Anyway, Alex Benoit for Safety of the Year for GFC. Kicker of the Year, moving on to some special teams action. We have Matt Braun from Sacramento, Michael Dvorak from the aforementioned Iowa Storm, Alex Delgado from St. Louis, Jake Parkey, womp womp, I remember him, the Druken Bull from Virginia Beach, and Joey Visconti from Minnesota. With 10% of the votes, the winner of the Kicker of the Year award is Matt Braun. Congrats to the veteran. He goes up to superstar development, however, he will lose it. So this basically does not give him a dev trait upgrade, but it will upgrade his stats, which is nice. So it does kind of cancel out, which is unfortunate because he'll be 35, but he does keep that star dev, which is good. Punter of the Year time. we've got three votes here, three total players shooting votes, rather. We have Danny Rose from Fresno, technically Reno now, Evan Rawlings from Richmond, and Andrew Nordquist, formerly of St. Louis, just signed with Austin. And with 8 of the 14 votes and the majority, congrats to Andrew Nordquist for winning Punter of the Year. He gets a dev trait upgrade for Austin, and man, what a signing he was for the Stars after losing Justin Belts to Virginia Beach. Andrew Nordquist gets 1 year of star development before regressing back to normal, but, maybe that's just what he needs. They also have Elliot Trowbridge as well as a backup punter in Austin, so special teams of great importance, I'm sure, for those guys. And that's it for positional awards. We'll move on to Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. 3 players receiving votes for this. We've got Mark Jetton of Reno, who won Quarterback of the Year. We've got Graham Hull from Brooklyn, who led the league in passing yards this year. And we've also got the running back Kaimani Moore, who won the Running Back of the Year award for the Mariners with 50%, or 7 out of the 14 votes. Congrats to Kaimani Moore for winning the GFC Offensive Player of the Year. Moving on to GFC Defensive Player of the Year, we've had 5 players receive votes for this award, including Thaddeus Benson from Minnesota, Jalen Madison from Richmond, Samuel Collins from Sacramento, James Riddick from Albuquerque, and Rashad Elam also from Minnesota. This one had a clear winner in the end with 6 out of the 14 votes. Congrats to safety Jalen Madison from Richmond for winning the Defensive Player of the Year award, a veteran of the league. Madison, who is no longer on Richmond, actually, which is funny. Is he in free agency still? He sure is. So, whoever gets Jalen Madison will get a superstar Jalen Madison. Actually, I want to check that. So, who actually is on track to get him right now? It's between Birmingham, Baton Rouge, and that's it. So that's wild, actually. If Baton Rouge ends up getting him, which they're in the lead right now, Jalen Madison will be a superstar. Shh, hide it from the rest. I want him. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, that is kind of cool how he is sitting in free agency, having won an award. But anyway, moving on. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, this wasn't close. I really don't know who voted Jalen Ward-Thomas out of pity. He got 1 out of the 14 votes. It is almost unanimous, but congratulations to the GFC Offensive Rookie of the Year award winner, Tucson quarterback Taquan McFadden. Congrats. Was tremendous this year. Already has elite dev. Going to be a great quarterback. 2,723 yards, and get this, 22 TDs, 2 picks for Taquan McFadden. 2 picks. That's crazy. It's unheard of, especially for a rookie. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Had 4 players actually receive votes for this, including Brooklyn's Jack Hammer, Minnesota's Mike Malatesta Jr., St. Louis's Jalen Dunwoody, and the eventual winner of this award was Wichita's Justin Snowden, the linebacker, receiving 6 out of 14 votes. And this is big for a very young linebacking core. Justin Snowden, after just his rookie year at a 78 overall, not only gets the +2 boost to all stats, he gets elite development, which is crazy. This is reminding me a lot of Davian Rice, who has bounced around a couple teams, but he has elite dev too. And Justin Snowden could be really, really fun to watch in the next couple of years, especially as Ricky Thornton loses his superstar. And Jason Whiting is on the come up for Wichita. Remember, you also have Derek Irwin, Amir Blakely there as well, and Rakeem Boatwright. They have a lot of young linebackers in Wichita. That's crazy. 6 out of... wait a minute. They have 8 total linebackers on Wichita. 6 of them are 24 or younger. Wow, that is crazy. That's what you get when you are good at drafting young talent, I guess. Are all of them Wichita draft picks too? Not all of them, it looks like. It looks like Derek Irwin actually was undrafted. So that's cool. But he's actually a starting linebacker right now, which is even more funny. But hopefully with this rejuvenated Wichita team, we'll win some more games, I hope. Please own it. It needs an owner. Anyway, GFC awards are done. We are moving on to the JFC awards now, and we're starting off with a spicy one here. JFC QB of the Year. We had 5 quarterbacks receive votes. Jalen Washington from Columbus, Luke Johnson from Baton Rouge, Mike Militello from Birmingham, Joseph Abatangelo for Milwaukee, and James Siegel from Raleigh. Now here's where we get spicy. The winner is actually a tie. So Luke Johnson and Joseph Abatangelo received 5 votes each. So what we're going to do in the event of a tie is that both people technically won. So both quarterbacks receive the +1 and the depth chart increase. Seems that is only fair to both quarterbacks, although Luke Johnson already has elite. Abatangelo now also gets elite for winning, or co-winning, really, the Quarterback of the Year award. So congrats to both of those guys. Running back of the year is next. We have Marquise Threat from Colorado Springs, Marquise Collins from Memphis, Josiah Bell from Portland, Devin Chapman from Milwaukee, and Ricky Chambers from Colorado. And also don't want to forget Ramon Gooden from San Antonio, who has just recently retired, but he, in his retirement, wins the Running Back of the Year award. It's not going to mean much since he's out of the league right now. But, yeah, congrats to him. Best of luck in retirement, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Shaquan Ellis, Lewis Mason, DeMonte Michaels, and Marcellus Walker are the contenders for JFC Wide Receiver of the Year. And with an overwhelming 11 out of 14 votes, the Raleigh Royals' Marcellus Walker wins the Wide Receiver of the Year award. As if he couldn't get better. He is already a 98 overall. He will get +1 to all stats. So he will get 97 awareness. He'll max out his catching at 90, his route running at 90, and all that fun stuff. So that'll be fun. For Walker, might even 99. JFC Titan of the Year is next. This is also not close. Votes for Michael McCloskey from San Antonio, Brett Mayer from Louisville, Troy Wilkins from Milwaukee, and Dwayne Thompson from Columbus. And with, again, an overwhelming 10 out of the 14 votes, congrats to Brett Mayer out of Louisville. I think that's his second time winning Tight End of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. Brett Mayer, which is crazy to think about, now has elite development. That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. And he doesn't even lose it due to aging because he'll be 33, and the cutoff was last year at 32. Oh, you know why? It's because he probably won it last year and kept his superstar. Oh, that's funny. And he won it again, now he has elite. That is crazy. Okay. So Brett Mayer may be good for like the next 2 or 3 years. That's crazy. All right. JFC Defensive Lineman of the Year. This should have been a lot more unanimous than it actually was, probably. Anyway, we got Marshall Lockett from Milwaukee. Marquise Spurlock from Baton Rouge, who had a crazy year. Christian Grant from Portland, who also had a crazy year. Dre Leathers, of course, is up there from Columbus. And Jermaine Geary getting a vote from Milwaukee. However, it wasn't really that close. Christian Grant, congratulations. He has won Defensive Lineman of the Year in the JFC, one of the most feared pass rushers in the league. 20 sacks this year for the Portland DT. 4 forced fumbles as well. Gets that +1 to all stats. So he joins the 99 pass rush club in the NAGA. That is great to hear for Christian Grant. And congrats to him for winning the award. And he also gets Elite Dev. He actually had Superstar starting out. So he joins the Elite Dev club as well. At just going to be a 29-year-old next year. So he gets 3 years of that, which is good news. Moving on to Linebacker of the Year, we have Jacob Fraser from Raleigh. San Antonio's Derek Folks, Salt Lake City's Nathan Fordyce, who is now traded to Virginia Beach, Colorado Springs, Tyron Richardson, and Portland's DeAndre Parker. And with 9 out of 14 votes, Jacob Fraser wins Linebacker of the Year. Congratulations to him. Fraser, again, one of the best linebackers in the league, 92 overall. He'll only be 25 next year. Just a tremendous talent for that Raleigh defense. And Raleigh defense, who has signed a couple of guys. They've signed Damari Cornelius. They've acquired Seth Holiday in a trade. They got Olabisi Balagoon there at defensive end. I am definitely interested to see what they do to kind of beef up that defensive line. They did trade away Alex Gainey to Vancouver, which was an interesting trade, but I'm excited to see what they draft. So, moving on to Corner of the Year. This one wasn't close. Receiving votes were Devin Poe from Birmingham, Carl Ricketts from Milwaukee, and Sam Jordan from Columbus. 1 each, but with 11 out of 14 votes. The winner of the Cornerback of the Year for the JFC is, of course, Elijah Jennings from Orlando. 14 interceptions on the year and 32 defended passes. That is a record-breaking NAGA defensive back season if I have ever seen one. Crazy, crazy stuff from Elijah Jennings, who already has elite. He's 95 overall. Oh yeah, not to mention, Orlando just traded for Tremaine Ball. So at their number 2 corner spot, they have a 94 overall elite dev. Now at their number 1 corner spot, they're probably going to have like a 96, 97 overall. Not to mention, they have a 91 overall elite safety in Xavier Fowler and an 87 overall superstar at free safety. Are you kidding me, Orlando? Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, they also have 86 overall Devontae Cardin at 3rd corner. Yeah, okay. Orlando secondary is basically the new San Antonio secondary, dude. This is unbelievable. And they also have Adrian Gordon at linebacker. What? This is crazy, dude. Big congrats to Zach and the whole Orlando team. Here is where it gets very interesting. JFC Safety of the Year. This may have been our closest award. So I'll go through it all with you. 3 votes for Kayvon Macklin, 2 for Alex Benoit, 2 for Samuel Sharp. Actually, I don't know why Alex Benoit was even in here. That's wrong. But anyway, 2 for Samuel Sharp, 3 for Zaire Barrett, 3 for Xavier Fowler, and 1 for Kyrell Trotter. So there is a 3-way tie for Safety of the Year. So we've got Kayvon Macklin, we've got Xavier Fowler, and we've got Zaire Barrett. So Xavier Fowler probably goes to like a 92 overall. Zaire Barrett, by the way, I think these guys are all elite. Zaire Barrett, yep, is a 95 overall already, paired with Kyrell Trotter, who's also 95 elite. And their 2 corners, 88 overall superstars, Braxton Bowens and Kenny Gatewood. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, they're up and coming for sure. They have Kaysen Campbell still, 86 overall star. Kayvon Macklin, by the way, is a rookie. He is 22, and he ended the season as a 95 overall elite. 95. That might be the highest end-of-season rookie rating I've ever seen, aside from maybe Marcellus Walker. That's unheard of. Also, Tevin Askew's a rookie. Man, oh man. People love their defensive backs, dude. I tell you. JFC Kicker of the Year. Special Teams love again. People getting votes. Stefan Freitag from Orlando. David Reynolds out of Colorado Springs. Nate Gilroy from Raleigh, who is now on Virginia Beach. Matt Montgomery from Columbus. And Sam Fanninsteel for San Antonio. With half the votes, congrats to Sam Fanninsteel from San Antonio as he upgrades to star. He'll get 1 year of star dev going into his age 31 season. JFC Punter of the Year is also very close. We have Justin Belts, formerly of Austin, now of Virginia Beach. Paul Kaloje from Columbus, the ageless wonder. Daniel Fontana from Vancouver. Michael DeLuca from Orlando. John Marston from Raleigh. Kieran McDonald from Fort Wayne. There is a 2-way tie for this. John Marston from Raleigh and Daniel Fontana from Vancouver each get 4 votes and a co-win. So Daniel Fontana upgrades to star at just 25, going on 26. That's huge for Vancouver. And for Raleigh, John Marston at 32, going to be 33, upgrades to star and doesn't lose it from regression, which is nice. Offensive Player of the Year time for the JFC member. This is a +2 boost to stats. Luke Johnson gets some votes for Baton Rouge. Ramon Gooden, of course, now retired. Marcellus Walker and Joseph Abatangelo, all tremendous talents on the offensive side of things. But congrats to Joseph Abatangelo for winning Offensive Player of the Year. Now, if you recognize that name, he did also win Quarterback of the Year. He does get those stacked point boosts. So not only does he get Elite Dev, but with the +3, he will get 98 throw accuracy and 95 awareness as of right now. So he is literally the best quarterback in the league. There is no doubt about that. Defensive Player of the Year time. Jacob Fraser from Raleigh gets some votes. Marquise Spurlock gets some votes. Patrick Young from Portland gets some votes. And the front runner and the winner for the Defensive Player of the Year for the JFC is Orlando corner Elijah Jennings. So congrats to Jennings. He does get the +2 boost along with the corner of the year, so he does get +3 total. And yeah, we'll go on to the Rookies of the Year now for the JFC. Somebody threw in a Paul Wagner vote for some reason. That's funny. Kai Jordan for Columbus received a vote. Ace Tundra from Portland, Elijah Gilbert received 2 votes, but the winner with 7 votes, and well-deserved, even though it wasn't a tremendous offensive class, is DeAndre Ballard from Salt Lake City, who ended the year as a backup running back, but very importantly, does get that superstar development trait, which will greatly help him in improving his game. A 78 overall right now, but he did have a good chunk of the season where he was a starting running back. 89 carries, 300 yards, and a TD. So congrats to him and best of luck in his career. Moving on to the Defensive Rookie of the Year. I seriously don't know how Kayvon Macklin didn't win it, but he didn't. Only got 4 votes. 2 votes for Devin Poe from Birmingham, 1 vote for Kendall Roan. But the winner of the JFC Defensive Rookie of the Year, the best player in the Season 5 draft, all the way to 12, he slipped in the draft. It's Austin's Isaiah Jefferson. Congratulations to him. A guy who shined, already had elite development at an 83 overall to end the year. He does get those +2. He does upgrade to 93 speed, which is insane for a corner. So congrats to him. And we will now tally up the Coach of the Year awards. We'll do it live right now. We have 4 for Cole, We have what looks like, or no, sorry, we have 6 for Cole. We have 3 for Virginia Beach. We have 1 for Dino, 1 for Vast, 1 for Jared Ace, and 2 for Haldorf. So it looks like Cole, you've won Coach of the Year. Congrats to San Antonio. We will confirm this later in announcements, but 6 votes will definitely win you Coach of the Year, that's for sure. And now we will tally up the league MVP votes. So I will go through this vote by vote here. Elijah Jennings has won. Hudson Lowry got a write-in vote. Remember, these are all write-ins, so you could basically vote for any player you wanted. Jalen Washington has a vote. Joseph Abatangelo, my gosh, he has 4. Joseph Abatangelo has 4 votes, and Kaimani Moore doesn't have enough. Kaimani Moore only has 2. Marcellus Walker has 1. Oh, no, Kaimani Moore has 3, excuse me. Kaimani Moore has 3, but Joseph Abatangelo has 4. I'll just run through quickly who else got votes. So it is Abatangelo with 4 who is winning the MVP, but Kaimani Moore in second with 3. And other guys who got votes, Elijah Jennings, Hudson Lowry, Jalen Washington, Marcellus Walker, Ryan Davis, Rashad Elam, and Romello Briggs. But that is it. Congratulations to Joseph Abatangelo for winning league MVP. He also got Offensive Player of the Year and Co-Quarterback of the Year, so he literally gets +6, the max you can get, and he might actually join the 99 Club. This is awesome. Great season for Abatangelo. He has solidified himself as one of the best, if not the best QB, maybe ever, to be honest. And that'll be it for the awards. We'll see you at the draft, and see you later.